Hey guys, this is Storytime with Miles Burger, episode 4. I do have a small announcement. The guest today was supposed to be Zero Assault, and the episode has been delayed because I haven't heard from Zero Assault himself about doing this yet, so this has to be up in time for Saturday, so I have no choice but to pick a different guest. So the new guest for this episode will be Carter Woods. He will be today's guest due to Zero Assault not answering or vice versa. So because of that, Zero Assault will appear on the show next week. And if he does not appear on the show next week, then the guest will be Nathan Block. Which the date for the next episode will be January 14th. But if Zero Assault is able to do it, it will be on the 14th. And Nathan Block will do it on the 21st. Without further ado, let's begin story time, episode 4, with Carter Woods.
Ladies and gentlemen, fans and subscribers alike, it's now time, once again, for Story Time with Miles Burger.
Welcome to Story Time with Miles Burger / Scorpion. This is episode 4. Now, as you all know, that it was supposed to be Zero Assault who was supposed to be on the show, but I haven't heard back from him about doing it yet, so I pushed it back a week. So you won't see him until next week, like I said in the beginning of the video. And also if he does show up next week, then the following week will be Nathan Block. But if Zero Assault can't do it next week, then Nathan Block will be on the show. But anyway, here's his replacement for this episode. He hasn't been seen in PGW since Missionary 24, I believe, and this is Carter Woods. Carter Woods, how you doing?
I'm doing quite good. How are you?
I'm doing alright. How's life been? Because I know you've moved to somewhere else. How's that been lately?
It hasn't been that bad, actually. I moved to Squirrel Hill, Pittsburgh, PA. Other than the school, it's actually a pretty good environment up here.
Daniel told me that you moved, I think, was it Squirrel Hill?
Yeah, Squirrel Hill, yeah.
Okay. Where do you live, near? Because I think I've been down there a few times.
You know the school, Taylor Alderdice?
Yeah, I know. That's right off the Parkway.
I only live like a mile and a half from there. So.
Yeah, because I usually have to go down. Well, I don't have to anymore, but I think I said this in the previous episode with Daniel that I actually had to go down there. Since I have autism, I had to go down to the Children's Institute, which is probably, I think, 2 or 3 minutes from where you live. So I usually had to go down there once in a while, so I know where that is. Because I don't think Squirrel Hill is actually, I don't think, not that bad of a neighborhood. I think it's one of the good parts of Pittsburgh, because it's in a, I think, not that bad part of it. There's it's
a great neighborhood.
Yeah, I actually
better than the north side.
I've been down there and I actually like it. It's probably one of the safest Pittsburgh areas down there. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because I know I have friends that live down in Crafton. It's a little bit down south, more near south side, and it's not that bad down there. Yeah, there's shootings down there once in a while, but it's not that bad.
No, not as bad as north side.
Yeah. Have you been down to the north side, or have you just been around Squirrel Hill?
Sometimes I go shop with my grandma down north side to the strip. We just get some groceries. That's about it.
Do you go to Taylor Alderdice or no?
Yeah, I go to Taylor Alderdice.
Okay. So, are you within a walking distance, or is there a bus? Because I see a lot of people that actually walk to school.
No, I have to walk to school.
Okay.
I'm in definitely walking distance.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you this, because Daniel said this to me in the previous episode. I want to know if it's true or not. it's gonna sound racist, and for those who are gonna be offended by it, I apologize. I just want to ask this question: is there a ton of black people? Is it like mostly black?
Yes.
Okay. So you're probably one of the only white ones then.
They're, like as a like Squirrel Hill is like a Jewish community, and
Yeah.
a lot of white white kids actually go to the school. Believe it or not, maybe like 3/4 are African American, I think, just about.
Okay. But let's talk about CWA or whatever. How did Daniel bring you in?
Well, he didn't really bring me in per se. I sort of let myself in because my parents sort of had an issue about me going there. I don't know why this had an issue, but
Probably
as far
some
as
brutality.
Daniel bringing me in, it just Daniel didn't really bring me in. He dragged me into it, I guess. He talked to Jackson Brooks, and then Daniel got in. He was in there like 2 missionaries. I was missing out. Then he called me, and I talked my parents into it. And then I went to CWA.
That's good. Did you enjoy what did you enjoy more of CWA or PGW?
Oh, CWA all the way, dude.
Yeah. Well, what do you think was the difference between CWA and PGW?
I feel like it was more fun in CWA, and PGW, it's all about serious. Hey, we need to do some matches for views and stuff. In CWA, we had a lot of fun, and look at our matches. We got 500 views per match. You, for example, you and Daniel's matches. If you look in PGW, there's not many good matches. I'm just saying the fun part actually makes it fun to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on some stuff here. I do agree that CWA was much more funner than PGW because PGW is more of a business type of environment. I wouldn't say professionally, but I mean the way it's taken seriously and all that type of stuff. And match-wise, I think matches have been way much better in PGW than CWA. I think it's much better storytelling and stuff like that. The only problem is there's not as much people around now because of what happened at with Billy and Steven and Missionary 28, and ever since then it's been going downhill. The only good show since 28, besides 28 itself, I think was Missionary 30. Was there any rumors of you actually being able to show up though for Missionary 30? Because I heard rumors that you were supposed to face Leatherface or Steven or whatever.
Yeah, it was definitely a rumor, but I couldn't get down there because my parents had work and stuff. I just didn't have the time. Plus the traffic, they didn't want to do with the traffic and whatever.
Yeah, so you would have to go through Pittsburgh then to get to the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 30-40 minute drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really heavy on the
You
traffic.
also I was gonna say
on Saturdays especially.
Yeah. What was there? Did you enjoy what was something you enjoyed within CWA or PGW?
Well, I enjoyed cracking jokes with Ed. Don't get me wrong.
Bitch
But
slap.
other than that, I loved wrestling. I loved wrestling. I don't know why. Every time I had a match, I had a smile on my face.
Yeah.
I loved wrestling.
When did you start
Especially
watching
Ed
wrestling?
when he cracked my back.
Yeah, listen. When did you start watching wrestling?
Probably about 8 years old.
Okay.
I used to watch it for a certain period of time, but then my parents told me it was fake, and I stopped watching it. I don't know why I did that, and I just started getting back into it, and this is actually fun. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, did you see that video with Kevin
Wheel.
Owens? Did you see that video of Kevin Owens that with the child with the Rumble Reigns T-shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was freaking hilarious, man.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess the kids' I think their parents needed to taught a lesson on what wrestling is, because they probably don't even know what wrestling is, because they have to know the difference between good guys and bad guys. It's scripted for a reason.
Yeah.
But
I think the kids understand it more than the parents do.
Yeah, it takes a while for kids to understand. I know for me, it took me a while to understand, because I've watched wrestling since 2006, but I've watched it every week since 2009, and it took me a while to actually get onto it. Like the one thing that I actually noticed when I kind of realized it was fake, and it was the bragging rights match with John Cena and Randy Orton, because I was at bragging rights, and I knew Cena was going to win that because obviously he ain't going to SmackDown, but he's on SmackDown now. But back then, they wouldn't have had him on SmackDown because it wasn't their number one flagship show, because it was Monday Night Raw at the time. But do you like with the brand extension? Do you like SmackDown or Raw better?
As of right now.
Yeah. Because personally, I like SmackDown.
For this, but I have to go. I feel like Raw has the better players, but like SmackDown makes it up with better matches. I would have to go with SmackDown. SmackDown puts on way better matches than Raw.
SmackDown's way much better. Like they have they're giving guys more chances, like they did with the brand extension like 15 years ago with like Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, Big Show I think was one of them, John Cena, Batista, Edge, even Undertaker got another chance to be world champion a couple times. But I do like SmackDown. It helps a lot of newer guys. It's been helping, I think, Baron Corbin, The Miz especially.
I love James Ellsworth.
Me too, but it's starting to get old at this point, I feel like, because they're overusing and I think the fans I think they are just getting tired of James Ellsworth, which I don't blame them.
It was funny for like the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But the joke started to die off. Like,
Yeah.
But now I just like look forward to watching the Divas matches, because they actually have pretty good Divas matches on the SmackDown.
Yeah, I think Raw though has the better like women's talent, because you got like Charlotte, you got Sasha Banks, you got Bayley. Nia Jax I think is okay at best. I think they just got better like wrestlers. Like SmackDown, they got like Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss. They got those, but I think Raw has the better women's division. Some people may agree on that, some may not, but it's just my opinion. But yeah. I want to ask you this too. Do you ever you've been watching? You said you've been watching wrestling still lately, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble? Because actually, this is actually
that's a no-brainer. Yeah. It's John Cena.
Because the thing here is this is actually, I think, the first Royal Rumble that's going to be so unpredictable in years. Why John Cena? Because he's in a world title match.
Yeah, he's going to beat AJ Styles for the world title.
So you're trying to say Cena's going to win the world title and then enter the Royal Rumble?
No. He's going. Oh, it's either him or Finn Balor, in my opinion. I think Finn Balor's going to come back, or it's going to be John Cena. It ain't going to be Goldberg.
Yeah. Goldberg, I think, is one of the favorites, but I don't think he should get another title run, because I don't think...
No.
Yeah, because I don't think they're going to get it to him. But I do think... I'm expecting Cena to beat Styles at the Rumble. Here's something I think what they should do. Give Cena his 16th world title at the Rumble.
God.
Yeah. Some fans are going to hate that, but... have him win at the Rumble, but drop it at Elimination Chamber. Have Taker cost Cena the title. They could face at WrestleMania in a possible career match. I think it could be a good business move, and they'll make a lot of money out of it. Because they need to do Undertaker versus John Cena. That's like the last big match we got left.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But as it goes for the Rumble, personally, I don't know who's going to win it yet, but I've thought about a few people that might. Finn Balor's one of them. Maybe Braun Strowman, maybe Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. You could take them out of the equation because they're going to obviously face each other at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's true.
But the one guy I'm looking at currently, and I think he's the favorite to win it, in my opinion, only because of circumstances is, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Undertaker. I think Undertaker.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
I think Undertaker might actually win this year's Royal Rumble. That's my current prediction. Even though I hate the idea of people constantly winning 2 Royal Rumbles, because that's becoming a same old pattern thing or whatever. Because Triple H won last year, his second one. Cena won his second one, 2013. Batista won a couple years ago. Like, it's constant 2-time winners at this point. Like, it's starting to get old, but I still think Undertaker is the favorite to win the Royal Rumble. Have him face Cena at for the world title at WrestleMania, if they go that route, and then you could have Taker lose in the career versus world title match, something like that. Or but if Taker stays, then he'll probably not win the Rumble, but he'll probably get one more world title run, which I think he deserves one.
Yeah, he's getting up there with age. He's getting really old, actually.
Yeah, he's 51, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you like the Royal Rumble concept? I don't know. That just came up.
Just like you talking about the match type?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think it's a good match type?
Yeah. I think it's a great match type. Actually, it's one of my favorites.
How do you like the PGW CWA version of the Royal Rumble?
Wait, which one would I prefer, PGW or CWA?
I mean, like the match itself. Like, do you think it's still good? Like the Rumbles in CWA and PGW, like Missionary 5, 10, 15, so on.
I just don't think they have enough people for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, because 35 is their next one. There's not enough. Only way that they could do so, I think, is if they do like Sheepdog, Bob Humper, like, because that's 2. Then they got Chris Reckless and Anubis, which that could possibly add 2 more. Maybe add Diablo, Ryuk, Leatherface, Spears. Like there's probably gonna only be like 10 or 11 guys in that match.
Yeah, like they just need. I feel like if like somehow PGW gets more people, I feel like they're gonna end up like putting on better matches. When you're working with the same people and over again, same match type, it's boring after a while.
I agree with you. Do you think PGW will be able to survive till June?
I highly doubt it.
You don't think?
They don't have enough people that show up on a regular basis. Like, you see Cryptic, for instance, he hasn't shown up in like 2 months.
He recently did a video that he's going to come back, but the thing is, I don't know if it's nice to see that he's done a video saying he's going to come back, but there's just, the one thing about me is, with wrestling, it's like, yeah, you did a video saying you're going to come back, but you're not going to come back until you come back.
Yeah.
So it's like, even though they said they're going to come back, you're not going to know so until they do so. Because it's been like that. At this point, it's like you don't know if they're going to come back or not. Like, Billy and Bailey, they're not going to come back unless somehow they could get on good terms with Steven again. That's the only way. That's the only reason why they're still not back.
Yeah, PGW needs Lunatic.
Indeed. Yeah, because I remember. Here's a funny story. I think Chris brought it up in his Q&A once. They were having a hardcore title match during Chris's good hardcore title run back in PGW, and I guess Noah, out of all people, was actually legit beating Chris up during the match. So Steven actually threw his phone down and put him in a sleeper hold or something. They didn't even. It's never been added, and that was technically Lunatic's final match in PGW for the hardcore title. That was not even aired, so you can technically say that Chris kind of won that match.
Yeah.
So, there's also how would you enjoy speaking of the hardcore title? Do you think you are one of the greatest PGW CWA hardcore champions of all time? Because I think you're up there.
Yes, that definitely. You can't say that much about any other like players. Like, no, not to put Opegas down, but he wasn't the greatest.
Well,
same with I believe I think Ed was overdue. He went way too many times, in my opinion.
Like, when you mean like how the Ed went too many times, like what was the certain thing that he won too many times?
like, the thing that I always hated about CWA/PGW is the title reigns were so short.
Well, CWA,
That's why
yeah, I
I
have to agree on that. Well, except the hardcore
Yeah.
title. I think the hardcore title needs to change hands multiple times to continue with the belt. That's like one of the only titles I think it should change constant times. But when you think about short title reigns, I think it helps only because of them possibly not even showing. Like, look at Nick's world title reign. They had to vacate the belt because he wasn't showing up.
Oh, that sucks, actually.
Yeah, it was 42 days of a waste. Even though I think it was a good reign, except it went on its downfall in the second half of his reign. Like, my final title reign, I think, was good because the only reason why I think my title reign was good before I left CWA was because I carried the company. Like, I held it on my shoulders. Like, if it wasn't for me, if I wasn't there as world champion in CWA, it would have ended much more earlier.
Oh, wait. Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Wasn't I supposed to mention? I don't know if this is true, but Steven mentioned I was like planned like at a certain time to win the world title.
That's
when I
true.
left.
That's true. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
It wasn't going to be like July or June. Like they wanted to slowly build you up. Like you probably would have. I'm guessing maybe would have won it around maybe Missionary 29 or 30. That's just my guess.
Yeah.
Because what I think what could have happened was they could have maybe had Chris win the world titles like he did with this cash in, and as soon as he did that, have that maybe one match with Ed or whatever, and after that feud with you for the world title, I think that would have been a good move. Which
that would have been a perfect time.
Yeah, that would have been perfect timing. You and Chris could have feuded for the world title around Missionary 29, Missionary 30. I think that would have been a great opportunity for both of you. But here's something I always wanted to ask, because this always confused me, because the way you left, I think, was actually not to be mean to you or whatever, but I think it was a bad move. But
it wasn't my choice.
Well, I know. I'm just saying because the way how you left it without notice or whatever. But what was this reason specifically why you actually left like you quit immediately before without doing one more match or so?
My parents they didn't really like me coming home with like bruises all over my arms and stuff. They said that like I kind of understand it being like if I was on the parent standpoint, I wouldn't let my child like get hurt like every week, but they wanted me to take a break. Like I was like gonna come back, but I didn't know when they were gonna allow me back. But they said you'll be back, but just like not now. Like, they just don't really. Yeah.
So you're basically saying your parents were the reason why that you like had that sudden departure after 24.
Yeah, I think that the same thing sort of happened to Daniel. Like his parents stepped in and like took him out when he was like one of the best players on the roster. That sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think do you think you've been overprotective, or like your parents?
Like my parents being protective of me.
Like were they like overprotective of your like safety and stuff? Because my parents were like that too. Yeah, because my parents were like that too.
Don't you remember when Nathan powerbombed me?
Excuse me. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like they were so worried about me. They gave me an X-ray on my back or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that? Yeah, I was gonna say because you had to leave after that too because of your parents. But do you wish you could have dropped the Intercontinental title before you left though?
Yeah, I feel like it would have been better. Like I think who got the vacated title? I forget. Was it Chris?
Joker. Well, Ryan, because Steven was gonna have you drop it to Ryan at 25 because you weren't showing up.
Oh, Ryan.
Yeah.
I wish I would have like
That's
lost it at some point. I don't like vacating titles.
Yeah, I was just saying because Steven originally had you plan to drop it to Ryan or Joker, like I said, simply because you weren't showing up enough with the Intercontinental title, so he wanted to move on to someone else who could possibly be champion, which his reign sucked. Like like that Intercontinental title, so that's like the worst title to hold in PGW. And I told Steven multiple times that you need to win the Intercontinental title, and he finally decided to win it. And I think Steven needs to stay Intercontinental Champion for a long time because that title has been hurt with prestige, and I know for a fact that he'll bring a lot back with it since he obviously lives there, and I think it will help him. Because ever since I came back for that match in Missionary 30, it's like that since he beat me, because the original plan was for me to face him. It was supposed to be me versus Chaotic at Missionary 30. But plans got changed because Steven had to persuade me out of it, and because Billy's departure. But that one win over me helped Steven a lot. Like, I think it elevated him as high as he could ever be, because I just think it solidified him as the greatest wrestler of all time in PGW and CWA, because I think he personally, in that video I did with Steven about the history of our feud or whatever, they personally hated me saying that, but I'm actually telling the truth, because the reason why I say Beerus is the greatest wrestler in CWA PGW history is simply because of experience. Like, he's been there. He's the only one there. He's the only one who's been there since day one, and he's actually one of the only ones that can actually have a good match with anyone.
Yeah, that's true. He's been there since day one. He actually, I haven't seen any terrible matches from him. I can't say that.
Like, you don't see many terrible matches with Steven, unless
you don't.
He's pretty good. So we had a good match at Missionary 30. I thought it exceeded expectations, but the only problem was that because the departure with Billy and Bailey, I think that kind of hurt the build up towards my match with Steven. But I still think it was a really good match.
Yeah, it was.
But, did you watch Missionary 30?
Did I what?
Did you watch Missionary 30?
I think I watched you and Steven's match. That's about it, I think.
Okay, because I was gonna ask you how you thought Missionary 30 was.
From what I heard, rumors, not too many people showed up.
Greg didn't show because I think of work. Steve didn't show because Greg didn't. Because if Greg can't show, then Steve can't show. That's obvious because they both went down to Washington. Bailey no-showed. Excuse me.
There.
Yeah. Genesis no-showed. And then after that led to his departure. Austin couldn't show because of a personal issue. So that was actually an understandable excuse. I don't know what it is, why he didn't show up, but Steven or some might know. But I think it's a good excuse. And then that's 4. And then the 5th person was Joe, or Opegas. The reason why he didn't show was because he messaged Steven saying, "My back hurts." He basically had a little complaint saying, "I'm tired and my back hurts." And Joe could have had a very good day if he showed up. He was planning to win the United States title in the PGW Gauntlet Battle Royal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was originally planning to win the match until he said, "My back hurts." And then look who ended up winning. Zero Assault.
Who?
Shane.
Oh, that's good for him, actually.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, he was supposed to be on this show, and I don't know where he's been. Look, he's been getting a good push lately in PGW. He's already won 2 United States titles, 1 tag title, the Battle Royal, and a hardcore title. Except they can beat him up for it.
Yeah. I feel like it's good that they're pushing him, because he kind of needs a push. I kind of needed a push myself.
Which
I
you were
feel
getting.
every new superstar should get some sort of push in PGW.
Yeah, some of them get good pushes, and then once they start doing bad, and then they go downhill. Look at Lunatic, for example. He was doing so good in the beginning, which sadly his best match was against Austin from Fallout. That's his only good match.
Yeah.
Besides that, he's only won 1 hardcore title. In fact, he was supposed to win the hardcore title off of me, so he could at Missionary 20, so he could have been a 2-time hardcore champion. But he's one of those guys who went on a downfall in CWA. Dragon went on a downfall too, and you want to know something else?
What?
If you didn't leave and Ernie didn't leave, we were going to form you guys into a tag team, and you guys would have won tag titles.
Oh my god, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Wait, what? You're surprised?
Yeah, I'm very surprised. Not that I don't want to be tag team with him. I just feel like it would be like the wrong move. I just wouldn't feel comfortable.
Why wouldn't you be comfortable with it?
I have to get used. I wrestled with him once, but I think it's an elimination tables match. I think.
Yeah, it's a
the one
24.
time I actually wrestled with him.
Yeah.
He's actually not bad, but I feel like we would have to build up like a storyline or something like that leading up to the tag.
Because I think you guys would be a really good tag team. Actually, in fact, that was actually the reason why it was going to happen was because I actually gave Steven the idea. So you could have thanked me.
Okay.
You could have thanked me for that tag team. But
Thank you.
you're welcome, big man.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. What do you do besides wrestling and stuff? Like, do you do anything outside of it?
As of right now?
Yeah, or in the past, or somewhere around there.
I'm really focused on academic wise, like studying for tests and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really trying I'm kind of drifting away from wrestling because I have like tests to study for and stuff.
Yeah.
But I still watch it. But
I'm a guy who doesn't like study much, but I still do good in school. But
yeah.
once I graduate, I think I plan on going to community college. CCAC. I don't know if you heard of it before. I think you have.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I plan on going to CCAC West Hills, down in Oakdale. That's where I plan on. I think heading for my major. I don't know yet. I might actually start out in general studies just to get a feel of it, but we'll just have to wait and see on how that goes. But is there anything else you do?
Not much actually. I play video games. It's just watch videos. That's about it.
What do you play video game wise?
Halo Reach. I'm a Halo guy.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I started out with Halo and stuff too. We've been discussing this in my episode with George and Daniel. Daniel thinks the best Halo of all time is Halo. Hello?
I'm sorry.
You there?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Anyway, what I was trying to say is in my previous episodes with George and Daniel, Daniel said the greatest Halo is Halo Reach. I said my favorite Halo is Halo 3, and then George said his favorite is Halo 2. What's your favorite Halo?
I would have to say I played all of them besides Halo 5. So I would have to say Halo Reach. It's just Infection is so much fun.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but if I have to go multiplayer, I would have to give it to Halo 3.
Yeah, because I was gonna say Halo Reach. I think it has the greatest Forge mode of all time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. If I had to pick a second best, I would have to go with Halo 4. Excuse me.
Multiplayer is pretty good on that. Actually.
Yeah, it's not that bad actually. Do you have a 360, right? Okay, because I have one too. Did you ever experience the Red Rain of Death?
Just yesterday.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Do you have the?
I look up some trick. I look up some tricks on like YouTube how to fix it. It really isn't hard to fix.
Me neither. I actually got it. I would say 3 years ago, and I had the How many red lights did you have?
3.
3. I think I had 3 as well, because I think if it hits 3, I think you have to go and buy a new power brick because the other one blows out.
Oh, really?
I think that's what I had to do. It gave me the 3 rings or whatever, so it wouldn't work. So I checked the I cleaned it out, the Xbox, and then I looked at the brick, and it was actually pretty dusty. Honestly, my brick or whatever, I think it was like red. I think there was a red color to it. So I thought, I think I'm going to go out and buy a new but refurbished power brick, and I did so for around $20. Because I had one of the original 360 models, but
The white one?
yeah, I have one of the original white ones. I have the version where it came with Indiana Jones and Kung Fu Panda, and it's 60 gigabytes. But I ended up buying a new brick for around $20, and I replaced it with the other one, and it actually ended up working again.
Oh, sweet.
So I guess my brick blew out, so I had to go out and buy another one. I think that's what happened.
All I had to do is like they put like a trick where you like get Q-tips and you put it in the back of the Xbox so it like cuts off the fan, so the Xbox recognizes it's overheating.
Yeah.
And so that it would like reboot or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to think. Do you watch any sports?
Have I done any sports?
No. Have you seen any sports? Like, do you watch any sports? Like television wise?
Football.
Football? Do you have a favorite team?
Oakland Raiders.
Oh, jeez, you're part of the Oakland Gators pack, I guess.
The 274 consecutive Super Bowl wins.
Where in the hell does that even come from?
Me and Daniel made it up. It is true. They have 274 consecutive Super Bowl wins, and they're going to get 275 this year.
Nah, they got 3 Super Bowls. I'm a smartass, and you're not. My favorite team, I think, personally, is I have 2 favorite teams, only because I have family members at Philly. I actually like the Philadelphia Eagles because of it, and I also like my home team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm pretty much a Pittsburgh and Philly guy when it comes to sports. Excuse me.
They have actually a really good offensive line.
Which team?
The Steelers.
Yeah, they do. Honestly, they are favorites to win the Super Bowl, I think. But I still think New England's going to win the Super Bowl. But I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are at least going to make it to the AFC Championship game.
I hate how they barely won against the Browns. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Well, they had their backups. That's the reason. Like, they had Landry Jones. They had
they had their second string and third string.
He's not that bad of a quarterback, but the problem is he's not that good.
No, he's not.
Yeah, exactly. We still have around 6 minutes left, but I'm trying to think what else to talk about. Have you done any like traveling or so or anywhere? Like vacation?
Right, like last year I went to South Carolina for a family reunion.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was actually really nice. Yeah, we went to the beach. It was really nice, actually.
Yeah, I went to. Well, I usually just go to Philly for a vacation, but sometimes I'll go down to New York City for a day, which I've done that for past 2 or 3 years now. Like, I've been down to the 9/11 Museum and Memorial, which that's actually really sad. Like, I think I'm the only person in CWA or PGW, which I'm not saying you have, which I think you could tell me if you have or not, but I think I'm the only one who's been to all locations. Like, I've been to the Flight 93 Memorial, I've been to the Pentagon, and I've been down at Ground Zero.
I've never been to any of those places.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been down there, so it's I'm not gonna know the exact stuff that goes on in down there. Is there anything else you would like to say in this video before we end it?
No, nothing that comes to mind. Yeah.
Alright, do you want to say anything to the Milesburger fans or PGW fans? Men. You're gonna seriously end it the way Daniel ended it?
He did? I didn't finish watching the video.
I was gonna say Daniel ended it with men. But yeah. This has been Carter Woods. Carter Woods, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being my savior, because Zero Assault could not do the show, and I needed someone to save the day, and you did it. So,
that's right, brother.
Carter Woods, Josh Mihelcic. Oh yeah, there's one more question I want to ask you before we go. How's your brother been?
He's been good. He's been down in Kentucky learning his security at a trade school. He came up for Christmas for only like 3 weeks. I won't see him again until next Christmas.
Yeah. If he stayed, I would have been sitting next to him in Astro Geo. But
Really?
yeah, he was on the list or whatever. But that's nice to know. But anyway, guys, this has been Storytime episode 4 with Carter Woods. I'll keep you guys updated maybe about the situation with episode 5 with Zero Assault or Nathan Block. So yeah, this has been Storytime. Thank you for joining me, Carter Woods. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe. I don't care what you watch next. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you. Well, actually, I will see you guys next Saturday, January 14th, 2017. This has been your first episode of the new year. Thank you for watching.